Hey everybody, this is Matt from End Sickness. Today I'm going to tell you what you don't know about histamine, okay? Histamine is a allergy chemical. Most people think of histamine, oh, that's allergy related. Oh, it's all allergy related. Well, it's actually a inflammatory molecule. It's a key signaling molecule, and it's a neurotransmitter as well, okay? So this is what histamine does, okay? Number one, as a neurotransmitter, when your mast cells secrete histamine, then when histamine is released, you start to have thoughts that increase in speed. Histamine is a signaling molecule that tells the body to go into fight or flight, tells the body to be able to be aware and to be active and observant because there could be something threatening in the environment. And so when you have higher histamine levels, you start to have racing thoughts. You start to have these repetitive thoughts. You start to not be able to turn off your thoughts. You start to have sleep issues. You start to have jaw clenching. You start whatever, all those things where you're just feeling uncomfortable, right? Because histamine also blocks dopamine from hitting the receptor. And if you have too much histamine, you have not enough dopamine, okay? So on the one side of it, histamine is a neurotransmitter. The next part, yeah, it's an allergy chemical. So whenever there's an allergy response, the mast cells secrete histamine into the blood, and they tell the body to basically react to this chemical and protect itself from this chemical, right? And it causes inflammation to protect itself from whatever you're having the allergy response to. So histamine is a neurotransmitter. Histamine is a allergy molecule. Histamine is an inflammatory molecule. So histamine also will go into the body and it will cause inflammation. And histamine will also tell other immune cells to create other inflammatory molecules like cytokines, prostaglandins, other things like that. And you end up with systemic inflammation. So histamine is an inflammatory molecule in itself, so it'll cause inflammation. So when it's released from mast cells, once again, it'll cause inflammation to occur if it's at too high of an amount. And then the last thing that histamine does, it's a signaling molecule, which is absolutely critical because, signaling molecules means that when the mast cells send out histamine, it tells all the immune cells, tells all the parts of the body what to do. So it's a signaling molecule that tells certain cells to then secrete more inflammatory molecules. It tells certain parts of the body, it upregulates, downregulates certain genetic expressions. It tells other parts of the body to inflame, etc., to start producing certain types of immune cells to fight off things, etc. So it's a signaling molecule. So histamine has been misunderstood for, 20, 30 years. They've thought of it as just simply as an allergy molecule, but they found now it's even a neurotransmitter. It's an it's a immune irritant and an inflammatory molecule, a signaling molecule. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? So they're just really starting to learn more and more about histamine. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you came across it related to histamine intolerance or mast cell activation. What you really need to know about histamine is that it's only one of many inflammatory molecules that the body secretes. It's one of the most prevalent ones, but there are other inflammatory molecules. And at the end of the day, it all comes back to the mast cells. Your mast cells are what you need to focus on. The mast cells are the ones that secrete the histamine. The only other cell that's worth even mentioning is the regulatory T cell. They're the ones that send messages even to the mast cell that affect the mast cell function. So the reality is the only cell you need to really worry about at the end of the day is the mast cell, because it's the one that secretes histamine. And if you're dealing with histamine issues, you need to be looking at how your mast cells are reacting to everything you're doing, what you're consuming, what you're inhaling, what you're thinking, what you're doing, your behaviors, etc. Because that's what's going to actually affect your symptoms, not trying to reduce histamine out of your diet or eliminating all the foods with histamine. It's mostly about finding out what's triggering your immune system, because your immune system is the biggest source of your own histamine. So thanks for watching, everybody. Go to my website, endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there. Take care.